Alright, hello everyone, Eric Marks here again with FindingMiddle-earth.com, and today I thought I would switch things up a little bit. So I've noticed that all the big photography blogs and a lot of other YouTubers, right around this time of the year, they're releasing their best of 2017, and it's always camera gear. It's always cameras and lenses and video cameras, and you know, I like talking about gear, and I do. You know, there's a time for that, but everyone does that, and it's just a little silly to me because, you know, everyone says different cameras, and you know, the guy that sits there that owns the Sony A9 is just sitting there drooling until he finds the YouTuber that says, oh, the A9 is the #1 camera. Yes, I made a good decision. And the guy with the Nikon D850 is sitting there hoping there's some YouTuber that says that the D850 is the #1 camera, and he'll look until he finds that video. Yes, I made the right decision. It's just a little silly. So I love talking about gear, but I thought I would kind of switch it up and do a best of photos of 2017. I'm going to do specifically the photos that were entered via my Instagram photo critique hashtag in my weekly Instagram series, which I'm about to revamp again. So yeah, if you're not familiar with this, every week I normally do a Instagram photo critique where you guys will post photos on Instagram using my hashtag FME critique, and then I'll pick a few photos to critique every week. And I've gotten some really good photo entries, a lot of them that don't even need critique, and so I'm just going to showcase a few of my favorites, and then at the very end I've narrowed down a top 3 favorite photos of 2017 that were submitted in through my critique here. So all of these photos were submitted through my critique on Instagram. I just want to let everyone know how appreciative I am that you guys take the time to do that. I really, really appreciate it, and I'm about to showcase your work here. So thank you again for participating in that. All right, so let's get started. So you'll notice with each of the photos, I've screenshotted the Instagram username, their Instagram handle over here to the right. So obviously this is the photo credit. Go follow these people on Instagram. They put out great work just like this. Since I just compiled all these, obviously I have to go back through and follow all these people myself on my Instagram. So I'll do that after this video. But you guys go follow these people. They were nice enough to participate in this, and they put out awesome work. Okay, so here we go. So this photo, the reason why this is one of my favorites, it just really caught my eye. Obviously, the light is beautiful. The big light rays that are coming out of the sun are just fantastic. It's a great moment in time. The composition is very pleasing. I like how this mountain is coming out of the left, and typically this would be a very left-heavy scene, but the photographer evened it out with this tree to the right. So it's a very well-flowing composition. You have all these nice lines that lead you out to the sun. The clouds are beautiful. The light, the color. It's just a very nice, well-put-together photograph. So job well done. Thank you for submitting, and definitely one of my favorite of 2017. Let's move on to the next one here. Okay, so this one is super cool as well. This one is just one of those really cool moments. So obviously the light is cool. I'm not sure if this is golden hour. Not sure what this is. It might just be some very dramatic dappled lighting. But the light is kissing the side of this mountain. It's kissing some of the water through here. A lot of this is in shadow. And then you have the light just beaming through this hot air balloon, which is obviously the subject and the real focal point of this image. It's very, very interesting to see this hot air balloon kind of mix in, you know, this random color amongst all this beautiful trees, foliage, and the water. It's very out of place, yet it fits very well because it's very interesting. So yeah, job well done. Love this photo. I love how you showcased way more of the foreground instead of a lot of the sky, especially since the hot air balloon wasn't with the sky in the background. It still got the trees in the background, which is nice because it makes the yellow really pop. So yeah, job well done. Definitely one of my favorite of 2017. All right, the next one here. Now, you guys know I'm a sucker for good landscapes. This one is really colorful, really vibrant, and a lot of people might look at this and say, wow, this one's really over-processed, but I really think that a lot of this is natural color. I've been at, I actually just spent a week photographing sunsets at the Gulf Coast, and the color that I got, especially this time of year, was just absolutely bonkers. It was, the reds and the oranges were just really deep. So love this photo. The sun is awesome. The light reflecting onto the water right here by this nice dominant foreground, this piece of driftwood, is awesome. The clouds are great. It almost looks like the little cotton candy clouds is what I like to call them. All the little mixture of colors and those little textures in the clouds. I love the little mountains in the back here. It's just a very, very well thought out, well put together composition. I love the long exposure as well. The fact that it wasn't too long. You can still see some texture in the water and those nice lines that lead you right out to the ocean. Just an absolute job well done. Beautiful photo. Definitely another one of my favorite of 2017. All right, next photo here. So this one I've featured in an Instagram photo critique a couple videos ago, I think. Or I guess my last two critiques, somewhere in there I featured this one as my favorite photo. And what I love about this one is it's so simple, yet so powerful. There's not really a better way you could have composed this. It's the tree is so dominant that you kind of have to give it the center stage and put it right in the middle of the image. The way the light is beaming through it, casting this huge shadow on this grassy field, and the light is kind of wrapping around it. I mean, the light is literally wrapping around the tree, and it's just spitting and kissing all these little bits of grass and foliage here. So yeah, again, so simple, but so powerful. Just a perfect composition. Love the light, love the color. It's just great. So job well done on that one. Another one of my favorites, 2017. All right, so this one here is just one of those super interesting ones. It actually, you can see over here, I commented on it a while back because it just, I don't know, this one just sucked me in. What I love about certain photographs is that they can literally transport me through time and space and just land me exactly where this photo is. It just takes my imagination and goes crazy. Because this looks like we just kind of got sucked into this snail's world. It's a little snail crawling on this log with these huge mushrooms towering over him. And obviously in real life, I'm sure that the mushrooms weren't that huge, but because the snail is so large and the snail's in the foreground, these are in the background, the angle of the composition is very low. This just looks like a huge palace. It's almost like he's traveling back to go to this huge tower or palace, you know, back home in his mushroom community up there with the other snails. It's just a great photo. Love the colors, love the light on the top of the mushrooms. Just beautiful job. So definitely one of my favorite. Job well done. All right, this is another very pleasing one. This one, it's hard to explain. It's a very soft photo, and I don't mean soft as in not sharp. I mean it's just everything is very subtle. The color palette is very soft and pleasing. The water is nice and soft. Even the light that's kind of kissing the edge of the jetty here is very, very soft. And I'm not sure if the light was just like that or if this person post-processed it that way. But either way, it's beautiful. I love the very subtle sheen in the water, the reflection. The water has a beautiful color. It's like a white gray almost. It's just very, very nicely done. I love the way the sand looks. The color of the sand, you know, fits in very nice with the legs of the jetty here. Just a beautiful job. Nice composition, well thought out, beautiful water. The exposure time, I think, was perfect. It's not too long, but not too short. And I just really like this one. So another job well done. Definitely one of my favorites of 2017. All right, next here. So I am not an expert wildlife photographer by any means, but I know this photo probably took some work to get. The eye is tack sharp. This is a bald eagle. You don't see those every single day. Those can be very tough to come by. And it's just, I mean, look at the detail in the feathers. I like that it's kind of a tighter crop, almost like a portrait. It's just beautifully done. There's not much else you can say about it. It's just a beautiful image and very, very sharp, lots of detail. So job well done on that one. Another one of my favorites. Okay, this one here, I think I featured this one in my first or second Instagram photo critique video. This one here is just another classic example of a great ocean sunset. I'm a sucker for ocean sunsets. Clouds are nice, the light is nice and soft, it's got great foreground. I love the little bits of yellow here in the foreground. It makes for a really nice little foreground interest to kind of pull your eye in here before it gets sucked right out to the ocean and the sky. I love this little waterway. The color of it is nice. It leads you out to the ocean. There's a couple little boats back here, so it shows a little bit of human life. It's just very nice. It looks like there might even be a tiny little castle here over on the hill in the distance. So I love the rocks too. The rocks that are in the ocean are just kind of oddly placed out there. They're beautiful. So the composition is nice. The light is nice. Another job well done. Very beautiful. All right, this one here. Now, this one's incredible to me that it's a hummingbird that was captured in mid-flight, and the eye is just tack sharp. The whole face is tack sharp. So that is just incredible. Job well done on that one. The colors in the background are nice. The colors of the bird are processed very nice. Just a beautiful image. So job well done. Another one of my favorites. All right, this one here. This is, to me, just speaks of classic street photography. This is one of those great close-up, intimate street photography portraits. It looks like it was not posed at all. I mean, the guy is just looking off in the distance. My favorite thing about this is the desaturated colors and the fact that the photographer decided to leave this little bloody chapped lip part on his bottom lip, because that shows... Whoops, I skipped to the next photo. Sorry about that. Anyway, one of my favorite things is that he decided to leave this little chapped lip area, because it really just shows the true, hard times and the guy's weathered face and the emotional story that's in this man's eyes and face. You can just kind of read into his face and tell he's probably had a hard life. But it's just, wow, very compelling portrait. So I love that one. Another one of my favorites. All right, this one here. This is like your standard poster card image that's just beautiful. Everything about it's just beautiful. It's like a winter wonderland almost. You got this sun that's illuminating, backlighting all the snow. It's got this really cool halo around the sun, and then you have this old broken down barn with snow on it. The snow has got that light reflecting off of it. You got the light hitting the snow here with little bits of the wheat field poking through. It's just a beautiful little like old school farmhouse sunset photo in the snow. Very beautiful. Definitely another one of my favorites. All right, this one here, I think it's the last one. And I mean, look, it's just a fantastic macro shot. It's of a little honeybee, and I mean, just the moment is awesome. It's tack sharp yet again, lots of detail and all the little bits of fuzz and fur, and the eyes are tack sharp. Even the flower here is tack sharp. So, very, very beautiful capture. All right, let me make sure that was the last one. Yep, that was the last one. Okay, so now I've narrowed it down into my favorite 3 here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my top 3, and we'll take a look at those. So these are like my top 3 favorites from all that have been submitted over 2017 in the FME critique series. So here we go. Here's number 1. And these are in no particular order, by the way. This isn't like number 1 isn't the best. These are just number 1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 best, and they're all equal. So this one, it's simple, but I just love the light. I love that the photographer decided to leave this mountain right in the foreground to really showcase the contrast between shadow and light. Because this whole foreground is in shadow, but it's not too dark. It's very nicely and naturally processed. The light's beautiful and contrasty. The clouds are nice and dramatic. It's just simply beautiful. So very, very well done on that one. One of my favorites, absolutely. Next one here. This one I've mentioned in a photo critique before. I like tigers as it is, so I might be a little biased on this one, but this image is just crazy. That tiger looks like it's about to jump over that rock and just eat somebody. It is, the whole photo is right here in these eyes. It just sucks you in, and it's such a beautiful capture. Beautifully processed, beautifully shot, lots of detail, absolutely fantastic. Let's go to the next one here. So this one here, I don't know what it is about this photo. I said it before when I've mentioned this in one of my photo critiques. It just makes me happy. I love the snow. I love the composition. I love what the subject is wearing. The clothes are perfect. The expression in her face is just perfect. It just makes you want to smile and laugh along with her. This should be a center image for a clothing campaign or something. This needs to be blown up on a huge billboard, and this needs to be like the marketing campaign for a big fashion company. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So that's my 3rd one. You got 3, 2, 1. Job well done, everybody. I like to switch it up a little bit. Instead of go through all my best and worst cameras of 2017, I thought I would showcase you guys, because you guys are the reason that have gotten me to 10,000 subscribers. I'm already almost at 11,000 subscribers. Let's keep building this fun community. If you guys have any questions, of course, or you want to give any extra kudos to anybody, leave them in the comments. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you would like to find out more about me and how you can improve your photography, please check out my premium tutorials at findingmiddleearth.com/store.